Hi, so my name is Beyonce Gonzalez, and we're going to talk about adjusting to college life. And we're going to start with how kids assimilate themselves into college life, even though they at first feel like they don't fit in or they're in the wrong crowd. So, I think that people begin to feel like they fit in after a few weeks because they find someone in their class who also feels the same way, or their roommate feels the same way, which was the case for me. Like, my roommate felt out of place, and I was also feeling out of place. So we both talked about it, and she made me feel like I wasn't alone in this. But that's what I think happens with a lot of kids. They refuse to step out of their comfort zones, and when they finally take that step forward and get out of their comfort zone, that's when they begin to realize, oh, it's not that bad, and they begin to open up more, talk to their teachers, their professors, and make more friends, and they begin to feel good about their education. And I think that helps them socially but also academically, because when you're in a healthy environment, you feel happier and you're more motivated to get things done. So, in terms of how I've adjusted to college life, I'm still pretty quiet and shy, and I don't really like making new friends, but I've been trying to branch out. I've been joining organizations. I joined LSAM for STEM students, and next quarter I'm gonna start joining more clubs. But right now, like, I've made a few friends. I joined the early moving program, Thrive, and I've made a bunch of friends from that program. Even though I don't talk to them on a day to day basis, I still keep in touch with them, and we have a group chat, which makes me feel like I have a space to speak. Um, in terms of classes, I'm still adjusting to the work, not the workload, but how to manage my time and finish assignments in a timely manner without being overwhelmed with two or three assignments for one day. I've also struggled with that in high school, so it's just a process of me knowing when to not procrastinate and when to well, not really when to procrastinate, but when I know I have enough time to get something done and I'm don't have to be overwhelmed. I think my advice to an incoming freshman would be to really look at the syllabus and write down the dates in your planner or in your calendar or whatever you have, just so you know how packed your weeks are going to be, depending on whether week 5 you have 3 midterms, or you have one midterm week 4 and then 3 week 5, like how you space it out. I also, I would say they should get out of their comfort zones during welcome week, because I didn't get out of my comfort zone during welcome week. I went to a few workshops, but I didn't go to a lot. I went to mostly academic ones and not really the ones where you socialize with other students and get to know people on a personal level. So I think that students should take part in welcome week, and they should branch out, get out of their comfort zones, try to meet people who are not only in like their same building or their same major, but branch out, meet people from different majors, people who you wouldn't really sit with at the cafeteria table, people who you would. Just finding your place in this large campus is what matters the most to me, especially because I don't like feeling out of place, and when I do, it really affects me on a mental level, social level, academic level. But I don't think any freshman should feel that way. They should feel like they belong. Um, so the strategies that I've found that helped me a little bit with my adjustment was I bought myself a planner and a calendar to get my notes down, like my assignments down and my tests, my midterms, all of that, quizzes. Um, in terms of meeting new people, I just begin with small talks in the elevator. If you meet someone on the elevator and they're like, "What floor?" and then you just have a small conversation with them, and then they'll see you around and they'll start talking to you more. In your classes, you can speak to other students. Be like, "What's your major?" Um, oh, I like that too. Like just to see what you guys have in common, what you guys don't have in common. And it's okay not to like people. It's okay not to feel like you will be friends with someone because not everyone clicks with you. Not everyone's going to be your friend. But just knowing that you're trying and you're pushing forward in class and in the social aspect of school, that's what matters the most in terms of professors. If you don't really like a professor, it doesn't matter. Don't skip their class because you don't like them, but instead talk to them after class and see what you can do in order to enjoy the class more. I know I had that problem with one of my professors, and I'm doing better in her class because I dealt with it and I realized what was my flaw, which is basically I was sitting in the back of the lecture class the whole time, so I wasn't really paying attention. Now I sit in the front and I pay more attention, I listen to her, but I can also understand and ask more questions because I'm right there and she'll listen to me. But it's all a process. So not only do you have to jump out of your comfort zone, but you have to know how to plan, organize, manage your time correctly. Just know exactly what you want for the first quarter. And even if you don't get everything like academically, socially, if you don't succeed in all of those aspects, you have second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth one for freshman year. And it's a process. And it's always going to be a process with anything you do. So I just think you should make the best of it. Thank you.